We're starting this edition with some breaking news coming in. In fact, these are some exclusive images that we are accessed. These are pictures of fugitive economic offender Vijay Mallya, and this is from London. In fact, Republic spotted Vijay Mallya at an exclusive club in London and was later seen leaving the club in a customized Rolls-Royce. The details that we have, these are images of Vijay Mallya at Annabelle's in London. In fact, he was spotted leaving Annabelle's, and what you can see is that he is in a customized Rolls-Royce jacket that he is wearing. We'll try and go across to our senior executive editor, Rhythm, who's joining us on the phone line right now. Rhythm, interesting pictures that you've accessed of Vijay Mallya, who's already been, there have been orders that have been passed by the courts in London to extradite him, but somewhere down the line he's managed to drag this entire matter for some more time.
Yes. Shavan, these are pictures that clearly show he continues to try and have a good time. Remember, this is also happening when he escaped to London. He did that, and there have been controversies, and he's been embroiled in financial issues. A few days ago, he broke the news of the ED that has been successful in being able to recover money from him, and the FBI-led consortium that lent loans to fugitive in its accounts after shares of UBL earlier attached under the anti-money laundering law was sold by the ED. Now, remember what's very critical about these pictures, Shavan, that we are breaking for our viewers is, most importantly, like you said, he's walking. These are exclusive pictures of him coming out of an exclusive pub in London. These are also pictures showing him getting into a car, and the car number is very interesting because it says VM1. This is a super luxury car, and the number is VM1, which is obviously standing for Vijay Mallya, and the number 1 is obviously indicative of himself. So it's a very clear indication about how he continues having a good time despite having lost in each and every court, from the UK Westminster Magistrates Court to the appeal to the UK Home Secretary Preeti Patil now saying that he should be facing the extradition charges, he should be dragged back to India to face the charges. All this happening, like we've been saying, as India continues its mission to ensure the economic offenders are brought back. But these exclusive pictures also a great indication of how he continues to try and enjoy the lap of luxury in United Kingdom. Like you did say, in two of the pictures, he's been seen and shot outside the pub Annabelle's, and after which we see him getting into a car, which is a very clear indication of how he continues to enjoy his life. In fact, when we spoke to him, he had spoken earlier about how he lived at Hertfordshire and the kind of life he enjoyed, which he's continuing to do so. But legally, Shavan, I can say, and also you could say and share with us details of how the agencies are very clear that he's been accused of multiple bank loan default cases of 9,000 crores. The PMLA courts in India and abroad now are ruling against him. It's clear it's very soon time up for the king of good times.
Well, Rhythm, one more question before I let you go, because these are very interesting pictures. These are just not pictures which shouldn't be seen just standalone, but also to put it into perspective. We are talking about a man who faces extradition trial, and secondly, with regards to the fact that he's after all defaulted the bank. Time and again, we have seen Vijay Mallya spinning a narrative that he's willing to pay the money. So there is nothing that is pending anymore. That's the narrative that Vijay Mallya has spun all this while. Tell us a little bit more as to why this hasn't really worked well with the courts here in India as well as the agencies. We'll try and reconnect with Rhythm. Rhythm, if you can hear me, I was saying that these are pictures that we should put out in context, not just standalone pictures of Vijay Mallya outside one of London's most exclusive club. But the fact of the matter is that here is a man who's evading the law from India, more importantly, faces extradition trial in London itself, and he's trying to delay this entire proceeding. Given the fact that here is a man who's spinning a narrative altogether that he's willing to pay all the money that is pending before the banks here in India, but a narrative which hasn't been taken lightly by the courts in India as well as the agencies. We'll try and reconnect with Rhythm in a short while from now. These are images that have been accessed by my colleague and our legal editor, Ridhamanand Bharadwaj of Vijay, Mallya, whom you can see on your screens right now, just outside the Annabels in London. And important to point out here is the very car that you are seeing right now on your screens. That's a Rolls-Royce with a number plate VM1, which purportedly appears to be Vijay Mallya 1. Interesting to point out is the fact that Vijay Mallya, a fugitive economic offender, that's what has been declared by the courts here in India, faces extradition trial. In fact, UK Magistrates Court has already granted the extradition of Vijay Mallya, which was then once again appealed before the UK High Court, and then UK Home Secretary has also said that he should be extradited back to India.